soccer teams that react to the game. And so it's really funny to hear, because when we're used to watching TV and watching sports, the key to journalism is that they're neutral and they just tell you what's going on. Whereas these guys, if one team scores, one guy's screaming, you can barely hear him, and the other guy, you can hear him, he's like, oh, and he's like losing his mind and really depressed. So it's it's interesting to get that perspective, but again, that was, going back, I guess, 10 years ago, and it was the only place you could see it. Now, you've got the opportunity to get sort of that fan's perspective through live stream on a game-by-game basis, which I think makes it more interesting.
Right. So what do you think is going to be the major change in like 20 years, let's say, to sports news and sports journalism, sports broadcasting, because of all these social media sites and digital technologies?
Well, I think that it's always started a little bit with the bottom third, where they give you scores and stuff like that. But now with the advent of, especially fantasy sports and all sports, I think what's going to happen is the TV is going to be a platform where it's going to be part TV, part computer, and a third of the screen is going to be stats. I also think the Super Bowl this year and a couple other big sporting events, they'll have sites where they let you sort of direct, so you can pick different camera angles, and then you have different ways to watch. So the all 22, if you want to, watch to see if a player was open or what the quarterback was seeing, you can see that perspective, or other different camera angles, which I think will give the viewer at home much more control over not only the video that they watch, but the content. So I think that'll make it, and they'll be able to also customize that. So I want sports news on their teams, that kind of stuff, or additional stats on this game, which I think will be great. It'll be interesting, and again, it's allowing the consumer really to control the product.
Yeah, that should be very interesting.
Yes, it should.
Well, thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Jen, and thank you for watching. And give Jen Stone an A.